The Moment Before the Gun Went Off by Nadine Gordimer, Part 2. All present work for Van der Weiver, or of the families of those who work. And in the wedding and harvest seasons, the women and children work for him too, carried, wrapped in their blankets on a truck singing at sunrise to the fields. The dead man's mother is a woman who can't be more than in her late 30s. They start bearing children at puberty. But she is heavily mature, in a black dress between her own parents, who were already working for old Van der Weiver when Marais, like their daughter, was a child. The parents hold her as if she were a prisoner or a crazy woman to be restrained. But she says nothing, does nothing. She does not look up. She does not look up at Van der Weiver, whose gun went off in the truck. She stares at the grave. Nothing will make her look up. There need be no fear that she will look up. At him. His wife, Alida, is beside him. To show the proper respect, as for any white funeral, she is wearing the navy blue and cream hat she wears to church this summer. She is always supportive, although he doesn't seem to notice it. This coldness and reserve, his mother says he didn't mix well as a child, she accepts for herself, but regrets that it has prevented him from being nominated, as he should be, to stand as the party's parliamentary candidate for the district. He does not let her clothing, or that of anyone else gathered closely, make contact with him. He too stares at the grave. The dead man's mother and he stare at the grave in communication like that between the black man outside and the white man inside the cab the moment before the gun went off. The moment before the gun went off was a moment of high excitement, shared through the roof of the cab, as the bullet was to pass between the young black man outside and the white farmer inside the vehicle. There were such moments, without explanation between them, although often around the farmer would pass the young man without returning a greeting, as if he did not recognize him. When the bullet went off, what Van der Weiver saw was the kudu stumble in fright at the report and gallop away. Then he heard a third behind him, and past the window saw the young man fall out of the vehicle. He was sure he had leapt up and toppled, in fright like the buck. The farmer was almost laughing with relief, ready to tease as he opened his door. It did not seem possible that a bullet passing through the roof could have done harm. The young man did not laugh with him at his own fright. The farmer carried him in his arms to the truck. He was sure he could not be dead, but the young black man's blood was all over the farmer's clothes, soaking against his flesh as he drove. How will they ever know, when they file newspaper clippings, evidence, proof, when they look at the photographs and see his face, guilty, guilty, they are right? How will they know, when the police stations burn with all the evidence of what has happened now and what the law made a crime in the past? How could they know that they do not know anything? The young black callously shot through the negligence of the white man was not the farmer's boy. He was his son.